Got a little Skinner tune I worked up for you today.
First of all, he had my lips are pink, so he ate lots of ice cream. So I'm fatty, I need to keep the fat on. Um, the first DVD obviously had the interview, and this one mainly focuses on some of his matches from 2005 and onwards. There's some music videos and stuff like that, and worth watching, depending. You know, if you like music videos, you might want to check it out. I think most of them are on YouTube, and are done by guys from the MV Zone or people who would enter the contest, held by Smart Mark, and then just Necro Butcher DVDs, music videos. Let's get on with the matches. I'm not going to give each one of these a star rating. I'll just give you general thoughts. I'll put the star ratings in the side. Thank you. And I'm not going to talk about all the matches. I'll just pick and choose. False Count Anywhere, Hate Club, which was Nick Gage and Nate Hatred. No, not. I can't remember his name now. Versus Toby Klein and Necro Butcher from CCW in 2005. This was an excellent match, maybe one of the best matches on both DVDs. It just went forever, and you know, they started off at a high, really high and high energy, and you think, oh well, the match is just going to go down and just continue to and then just going to eventually flounder at the end because they've done everything they can. Of course, the match started with a balcony dive, and it just continued, not just to get more crazy, but to get more exciting, and it was really strange, and there was lots of near falls. It was like an ROH match in terms of it was like 20 minutes long. It had lots of near falls for a long time. But just with not even with weapons, I just basically used chairs, tables, and that was about it. There was one really good moment in the match where Nick Gage is sitting in a chair, and Toby Klein and Necro Butcher start throwing chairs into the ring and trying to get an ECW type of thing where everyone throws their chairs into the ring. So they all start throwing them at Nick Gage because he's sitting in the ring, and none of them are hitting him. And then one just grazes the back of his head. He sort of I think he must be thinking, fuck this, I'm just going to lay down so they can't hit me. So he lays down, so he's a smaller target than he was before when he was on the chair. And then more chairs start hitting him, and then what was happening when he was sitting in the chair. Still got that cough. It's just a really, really entertaining match. I mean, the psychology isn't the best, but and while matches do need psychology to an extent, I mean, it's not really expected in CCW, so you just got to sit back and enjoy it. It's a highly enjoyable match, to say the least. Then there's Necro Butcher versus Gypsy Joe, where Gypsy Joe, the 72-year-old, just beats the Christ out of Necro Butcher for a majority of the match. Barbed wire ropes, fans bringing weapons. Necro Butcher versus Brandon Prophet versus Corporal Robinson. This is a case where Corporal Robinson and Necro Butcher are stiffing the shit out of Brandon Prophet, but he takes it. And I mean, the thing is, I don't get it, because you have Necro Butcher beating the crap out of Brandon Prophet, and he still kicks out. Then Corporal Robinson does it, and obviously they're stretching him because he was a new guy or whatever, because they were really working stiff with him and only working over him. Of course, he came out looking the best in this match. I was watching it, and my brother's like, well, that guy's just taking all this abuse from these two fuckers, and what have they done? And so I don't really, it was, and it's a fun match. It's just some people might not enjoy it because it is just two big guys sticking the shit out of one guy. What was Eddie Kingston versus Necro, which good match, just a little bit disappointing. Seeing the quality of the two workers. Have I missed anything? Loki versus Necro Butcher. Everyone's heard the crazy stuff. JC Bailey versus Necro Butcher in a 20-minute Iron Man match. Necro Butcher basically just pins JC Bailey twice in 10 minutes in the match, and then just knocks him out. So technically that should be the third fall, but it's just ended there, so they don't even go to 20 minutes of the Iron Man match to begin with, and JC Bailey's just completely made to look like a complete bitch. That's a lot of fun. I never really liked it too much. No count out, no DQ in PWG. Excellent match. Super Dragon just keeps hitting Necro Butcher with everything, and he takes it and keeps going. My thoughts on Super Dragon I want to express with you at this moment. Barbed wire ropes and Lighttubes match Necro vs LuFisto from Stranglehold, a promotion I'd never even heard of. Or I think I may have heard of it, but just didn't give a shit. Basically, the ropes looked like shit, but the production was, you know, alright. I mean, the cameras were in place and the lighting was fair enough. And man, Necro just beats the shit out of LuFisto, and LuFisto beats the shit out of him, so it's a very intense match to say the least. Tap out or knockout or tap out only Necro versus Loki. I think the best part of this match wasn't the stiff hitting or any of that. It was the fan that kept abusing Loki. You never should have come back, Key. You never should have come back. Brilliant. That guy deserves a medal. And you know, just stuff like that. It was like, no, Necro, choose life. Choose life, Necro, because you're wearing the choose death shirt. And, you know, I shouldn't need to explain to you fuckers. Necro Butcher vs Masada in IWA Mid-South. It was actually Anarchy Championship Wrestling down in Texas, which I believe is IWA Texas these days. This is a really surprising match because it just kept going and going. Another one of those ROH type matches where there's just, you know, a bit of wrestling and then near fall for 10 minutes. And the production values are actually very good for this match, at least. Must be the building they were in. Had fair people in attendance. The insane no rope barbed wire match against Zandig. Oh, what a match! That was maybe one of the standout matches of TOD. It was six. Must have been 6. Yeah, 6. So it's in 2007. Necro Butcher vs Dave Richards. Yeah, it's a pretty good match. I mean, Necro Butcher wins with a roll-up, I believe, if I remember correctly. That's a lot of fun. And then the double hell match from IWA East Coast with surprisingly good production values. I mean, well, there's not like a big entrance ramp or flashing lights or anything. The cameras are high quality and they're always on the match. And the camera work is actually very good and the commentary is very good, which is why I say the production values are actually very good for this match. Overall for this DVD, it's just a continuation of the first thing in terms of best matches. Of course, the match quality is a lot better. If there's any criticism I have of it is they are, well, there's not really many. I mean, match quality, I think they chose pretty much the best matches they could, but I mean, they put so much shit in there that, you know, they pretty much got all his best matches and as well as some other good matches. I mean, maybe some, I understand them not being able to get access to anything from Big Japan or ROH, but, you know, that would have been a nice touch to say the least. But, you know, you can't really criticize them on that because Smartmate really doesn't have access to that type of stuff. And so it would be really difficult. So for this DVD, I give it a 8.75, I guess. I'm pretty specific with my rating, but I give it an 8.75 and not a 9 because a lot of people don't like death matches, and I mean there are some matches which I don't feel deliver, and I didn't speak about them because I just thought I'd talk about the positive for once, where I was just going through the memorable things or the things that sprung to mind when I was looking at the match listing on the back. So, I mean, if you like death matches or you want to get into deathmatch wrestling, check this DVD out as well as the first one. It's very good, and it has a very good picture of Necro Butcher looking like Jesus covered in blood there, and then in the Choose Death letters, it's him without being bloodied up. So that's all very nice. Subscribe to my videos or something if you're not already. Bye.